do this every morning to burn more fat. What you want to do, got a little list here I'm going to be reading from straight off the bat. There's no fancy cuts or fancy edits, just going to be nice, short, sit down with me, listen type video. So if you've got a short attention span, you need to click off because it's not for you. I'm going to get straight into it. Number one, there's 5 points, by the way, what I'm going to touch on today. So point number one is going to be, don't eat until lunchtime. Well, at least lunchtime, I would say. And I would say this because if you're waking up, if your goal is to lose weight, and then you wake up and the first thing that you do is consume calories. Let's say you're going for 2,000 or 2,300 calories per day. You wake up and then you eat a 700 calorie meal. The first thing you do when you wake up, then you don't have that much more calories to eat throughout the whole time that you're awake. So if you just wait a little bit and then eat, I'd say around about lunch or even dinner time, just wait until then, you've got a lot more calories to eat towards the end of the day. And in the meantime, you can be drinking water and just staying hydrated. It's just a more structured way of going about it if you're trying to lose weight. Because let's just use the extreme. You eat breakfast, which is 7 to 1,000 calories, depending on how much of an appetite that you have. 500 to 1,000 calories. And then let's just say that you have another 700 calorie meal. Let's just say 700 each, so that's 1,400. And then you have another, that was at lunchtime. And then you have dinner now. That's 2,100. And then let's just say you had 2 snacks in between that. So let's just say you had dinner at 6 or 7. And you don't go to bed until like 11 o'clock. When it's getting to around 11, or those close hours to go and sleep, you're going to be mad hungry and you're going to be craving, you're going to be thinking about food a lot more than if you just saved your meals until later on in the day. And plus, it'll be more productive that way anyway. You get everything that you need to get done in the morning, and just be productive, keep your mind busy. And then when it's time to eat, that's when you eat. Nice and sweet. So that's tip number one. Just save your meals for later in the day. At least I'd say lunchtime. That's when you should have your first meal. Me, typically, I would eat around about 1 p.m. every day. Sometimes further, sometimes less in the day. But typically for me, it's around 1 o'clock. And I wake up early as well. I wake up around 6. So how many hours is that? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Yeah. So I'm awake for that long until I have my first meal, 7 hours. So there you go. Tip number 2, drink a certain, like I've touched on this in the last point, but you want to drink a certain amount of water before you start eating. So what this is going to do is just going to not crave your appetite, but just make sure that you're hydrated, and make sure that your body's functioning and optimal. Like you're loosening up all of the, you're moisturizing your system basically. You're not just not eating or drinking anything and then your body's all dried up and then you have your first meal that's going to dehydrate you even more. You want to just consume water, just flush out the system and hydrate the system, get everything flowing. And once you've drank a certain amount of water, after that, that's when you first start eating. So I would say 2 liters is good before you start eating. I think that's a good aim to go for. If you struggle with drinking water, then just build it up. Have a couple glasses and just be sipping on it. What helps me, I used to drink a gallon before I would start eating. And I would do that every day. I've done that every day for, I'd say, around about 1.5 to 2 years. I haven't been doing that as much recently. I want to get back onto that, to be fair, because I think it's beneficial just to stay hydrated and make sure that you've got your water in for the day. Because when you're eating and you get kind of full, you're not trying to drink mad water after that. Because when you drink water, you'll get a little bit full and then it will go more or less straight away because you start to go for a wee and stuff. So that's point number 2. Drink a lot of water before you start eating. Number 3 is work out before your first meal. And again, this is just comes down to there's no scientific reasoning behind this, or it's gonna make you burn more fat or anything like that. I'm just telling you to do this because it's keeping your mind occupied before you start eating. So let's say you wake up now and you haven't got anything to do in the day. I don't know, you're not working and you ain't really got anything going on. You're just sitting in your house. It will be a lot harder to put off from eating than if your mind's occupied. You've got a lot of stuff to do. You've got work. You're training, like I'm saying. So go to the gym and actually get the training done and out the way before you actually start eating your first meal. It's just keeping your mind occupied before that first meal. People say drink caffeine and we'll have something that's less than 50 calories because it's technically not eating yet. So they would have honey in their tea, for example, or coffee. I haven't personally tried that, so I don't know if it's beneficial or not, or I'm not going to recommend that to you if I haven't done it myself. You could try that to just crave that appetite until you actually start eating. But I'm more hardcore. I don't really have caffeine. I don't really have protein shakes or take supplements or anything like that. I just eat food, drink water. You have people that say about, oh yeah, they can't work out unless they've got headphones, all of this madness. That's a bit childish, to be honest. You just need to have that strong mindset, push through it. It's going to be hard. You're going to be hungry sometimes. If you're on a bulk, you're going to be full, but you still need to get the meals in. It's just one of them things where if you want the goal, you're going to just have to achieve it. Do what you need to do to achieve the goal. You're going to be this or that. You're not going to be feeling good. Just push past it. Just push past that. But like I said before, going to the gym, having that gym session is going to just distract your mind until the first meal. So that's point number 3. Point number 4 is track everything that you eat. And this isn't really a morning routine type of point, but what it will do is, if you're not tracking how much that you're eating, you won't know how much calories is going into your body. And if you don't know that, there's a guessing game now. You have to, if you're not tracking, because you can do it without tracking, you'll have to, over time, you would have to be consistent. So have roughly around about the same thing each day, and then add another meal or take away a meal. And then if you're losing weight and you're trying to lose weight, then that's good. Just stick at it. But if you're tracking now, there's no guessing. There's no guessing at all. You've got a food scale. You weigh everything. The exact numbers of that you're consuming and you're tracking, you're going to know and have all of the data and the back end data to look back on the weeks that's in the past of what you've ate, how much you've ate, and then if you're making progress or not, and then just adjust accordingly. So there's no guessing games when it comes down to tracking your calories. It's just a maths equation, like I've said previously in previous videos. Your body burns a certain amount of calories. You need to consume a certain amount of calories to maintain weight. You consume a bit more if you want to gain weight. You consume a bit less if you want to lose weight. So if you track everything, then you'll know exactly where you're going wrong or exactly what you're doing right. And you have all of the data to look back on also. And just an additional point as well, it's beneficial to weigh yourself every single day as well. So you have that data to look back on and track the data, by the way. And then week by week, if you're trying to gain weight, if you're gaining weight week by week, then you know you're doing something right. You want to have as much data as possible instead of just guessing. So that's point number 4. The last point, have like-minded people around you to hold you accountable. And why do I say that? Is because it's harder to, let's just use this example. Let's just say you need to do your homework. Let's just say that. I don't know if it's a good example, but you need to do your homework. If you've got someone constantly behind you, like, are you doing your homework? Are you doing your homework? Are you doing your homework? Or you better do your homework today because such and such, you're going to do the homework. But if there's no one around you telling you you need to do the homework, but it's due tomorrow or due in the next week, you've got no one there telling you. You can easily just put it off. Oh yeah, it's next week. I don't really have to do it right now. Then put it off, put it off, put it off. It gets to the last second, you still ain't done it, and then twos, you haven't done it, and you get in trouble. But if there's someone or a group of people there telling you, "Oh, I've done my homework. Have you done yours yet?" Oh, and then you're thinking, "Oh, nah, I haven't done mine. I need to do mine because they've done theirs now." So with this whole analogy, if you've got people that's achieving their goals, posting them getting stronger, posting them losing weight and achieving the weight loss goal that they wanted, they're getting shredded, you're seeing all of this around you, it's going to hold you accountable to where you're seeing that and you're thinking, bro, I need to lock in, I need to put in that work as well because they're getting ahead of me now. And it's also motivation, it's also just keeping your mind envisioned on that goal. It's just beneficial all around. Just have like-minded individuals around you. And with me, I have my own WhatsApp group chat, and if you wanted to join that, the link will be in the description. Like-minded individuals posting their workouts, their food. I post my workouts, my food, my physique updates, my goals. If you've got any questions, ask questions. I ask questions. It's just a nice, close community of people that are trying to achieve a certain goal, and we all push each other as we go. Or if you don't want to do that, just get a personal trainer. I also personal train. If you're interested in that as well, reach out. My Instagrams and shit will all be in the description, but get a personal trainer. That way, the main job of a personal trainer, one of their main jobs, actually, I would argue that's the most important job of the personal trainer, to hold you accountable, because there's all of this resources for gym online. You can find all of the information. You can go to and find all of these workouts and workout splits and the best ones to do, all of these YouTube videos. But have you got the strong-mindedness and the determination and the willpower and the consistency and the stoicism to actually put it into practice for a long period of time, for years on end, consistently, without slacking? A job of the personal trainer is to get onto you every single day. Okay, have you hit your calorie goal today? Have you went to the gym like we planned? And then you're going to be thinking, oh shit, like he's getting onto me, I need to go and do it. So that was the last point. Gonna wrap up this video. Nice, short, sweet. I'm out.